Hey everybody, it's Austin Ward here for Lettermen Row, another BuckIQ. We've got the QB, the Heisman winner, Troy Smith, back in the building. So you can probably guess what we're breaking down.
Right.
And Troy, I mean, you've been talking up Dwayne Haskins since the first day you came in here for BuckIQ in the summer. You said you could see him as a Heisman winner, Heisman candidate. He's broke every record in the books. I think you look like a genius again.
Well, thank you. And hopefully I look a little bit more like a genius when I'm rocking a little bit of this blue, because we whooped we whooped him. You know what I mean? So I can wear it anytime I want now.
Right.
So I feel good. But yeah, man, Dwayne is doing everything that I pretty much envisioned him doing, other than some small hiccups along the way, which are going to happen. I wouldn't have it any other way. I know the prognosticators would rather him have a perfect season.
Yeah.
But if it was up to me, I think it was picture perfect. He has to go through something to become something.
And he won the game again. He was that starter. He carved up the #1 defense in the country. And I think, we're going to break all that down. That last win that he posted there over Michigan, it was those celebrations.
Yeah,
I wonder the emotions you might have felt when he and KJ were paying tribute to the legend there.
Goosebumps. I got goosebumps now thinking about it, because the thing about it is when you grow up and you get a chance to emulate and play in those games. I remember being in the backyard rocking the 4 to 6 inch elbow pads with a stripe on them, because I thought I was Bobby Horn. You know what I mean? Like, it meant something to me.
Yeah.
I remember doing specific things that Stanley Jackson did, Joe Germain. So for these young men to show that the things that we've did in the past still mean something, it endears me to their heart, man, and I appreciate it.
We're going to see that, of course, here on film. We're going to roll that tape, break it down on BuckIQ. Dwayne Haskins, one more win. He's looking for one on Saturday night in the Big Ten championship game. We know Troy will be watching that. But right now, we're going to watch this film. So let's roll the tape.
Haskins throws, touchdown, KJ Hill. And Dwayne Haskins.
Just to start with here, Troy, this is not going to be the most impressive throw that Dwayne Haskins has made this season, but it turned out to be a pretty special play just for you in particular based on how this thing finishes.
Right. The celebration is key. That's awesome. But honestly, to tell you the truth, man, those throws that we call the meaty you throws sometimes can be tough. It looks incredibly, simple on TV, but sometimes that flick of the wrist doesn't come off the right way. But we've got a great quarterback. KJ Hill is an incredible wide receiver, the new version of what it's going to look like in the NFL, and that tribute means everything, man. It really does.
Troy, did you guys have a lot of these sort of pick plays as we go back here to run this back, where, this is not what looks like Johnny Dixon. He's obviously not going to get this football, and he's got to sell this route inside. Did you guys have a lot of those back in 2006?
We didn't have a lot. We had a handful. Honestly, this is a portion of the new age versions of the offense that we see being run now. So any which way you can, get your crisscross applesauce on, I think that when you can confuse the defense, let's do it. And this is a part of football now, and I love it when it works,
And you've been high on KJ too.
Oh, big time. Because I see his upside. To me, I don't just see a kid at Ohio State. I see a business. I see a person who's going to be able to be out in the limelight with actual kids behind him looking up to him, and, in the future, hopefully emulating some of the things that he's doing for us on these incredible Saturdays.
Haskins to the corner. Haskins, touchdown again.
Earlier in the game, a big throw, a much more pressure situation for Dwayne Haskins, and a young star, Chris Olave, on the other end. What was your first thought when you saw this play here, Troy?
Well, immediately when you're in the red zone and the gold zone, things heighten up. And to tell you the truth, to see this kid coming across the screen, kind of streaking in like Superman in that beautiful scarlet jersey, this is a wonderful time for him to create a name for himself. And, those 3 syllables, Olave.
Rolls off the tongue.
Yeah, it's on. Olave, my dog. Good play. Great play.
And this throw, from Dwayne, obviously on the money. Olave makes a little bit of an adjustment maybe on the inside, but he's got some pressure in his face. When you see this pocket, Ohio State did a great job blocking Michigan, but, he could easily shy away from what you see coming in his face here, right?
He could. There's no doubt about it. I think as a quarterback and what he's showing us now, is a supreme and maximum control over the game in every facet, whether it's what'll be guys in his face or, the sidelines doing some things to to knock him off kilter, but he's the man. He stands in the pockets, fires a great ball, and Olave makes a great play.
2 touchdowns in the game is a pretty good way to make sure people know how to get that name rolling off the tongue, I'd think.
Totally. He's a big-time player, and I can't wait to see more out of him. Anytime you see a big kid playing big, it makes you feel strong. It makes you feel confident that he knows what's at stake, and I like to see it.
When their division is, Alabama's already wrapped that up.
Here's Haskins. Guns it. Touchdown. Wow. This kid.
So we go from early in the game here. We've seen KJ's scoring his touchdown. Now Dwayne with the capper. This is the last touchdown to put a little punctuation mark on it. And this is an absolute laser, Troy.
This is the type of stuff that you see on Sundays and Mondays. That 6-inch shuffle from his first hitch up into the second one, to where you know that this ball is going to come out like a rocket off his finger. It looks just like that stuff from Southern California, in the NFL that we're getting a chance to see from Jared Goff. And I'm going to continue to put that comparison up there, because as soon as they try to, knock him down, take a little bit from his game, you got to put the mirrored version of who he looks just like up against him, and that'll be Jared Goff.
Troy, I know I've been around you enough this season to know that you like this protection, that pocket. If you have something like this in your arm or Dwayne's arm, you're going to feel pretty good about where you're going with football.
We eat all day. But see, this is the thing, too, and this is why I at times get kind of upset, because we get on Michael Jordan when he doesn't do things right, when he doesn't call out the protection right, when he doesn't get the snap right. But when he does get it right, we don't give him enough praise. That's the only reason why this thing gets fired the way that it does. The protection is perfect. The snap is perfect. The line do exactly what they're supposed to do, and we can execute on the back end.
How much does the quarterback like some of these throws where you just get a chance to rip it to the corner?
Oh, man, this is what you honestly sign up for as a QB. You know what I mean? We don't sign up to get beat up. We're the ones, we want to look pretty in the pocket and do things well all the time. So I'm pretty sure he was pretty cool with this.
I believe that was touchdown accounted for number 46 this season for Dwayne Haskins. Crazy amount. He's got a chance to add to it on Saturday against Northwestern in Indianapolis. Hey, we know that Troy Smith will be watching those Buckeyes trying to win a Big Ten title. I'm sure he'll be back to break down Dwayne Haskins. Maybe a trip to the Heisman ceremony in New York coming. I think I know where your vote.
I was about to say, man, I told you before, if Dwayne is coming, I'm going. So New York, pay attention. We got a special one here. Let's bring another Buckeye home.
All right, there you go. That's coming up in the days ahead. He's Troy Smith, the legend, the Heisman winner for BuckIQ. I'm Austin Ward. We'll see you next time at Lettermen Row.